Hi and welcome to my channel. So you've read the caption on this video and you've thought to yourself, oh my god, I need to find out what this is about. And yes, it is 100% legit because the UK Home Office is massively cracking down on many of those private companies that are recruiting overseas workers to come to the UK. And let me tell you, this shouldn't come as any surprise because for the longest time now, many of these companies are not respecting the laws, the rules that govern safe practice when it comes to overseas workers. Consequently, the Home Office is now refusing to issue certificates of sponsorship, rightfully so, to these companies. So if you're new to my channel, you're welcome. If you are a returning subscriber, as usual, I appreciate your time. And I even appreciate more so those of you that are actually implementing the things that I'm talking about. So in today's video, we're going to talk about why this is happening and the measures that the Home Office has put in place in order to safeguard overseas candidates. As you know, there's been massive outcry from various organizations as well as overseas candidates already in the UK about malpractice that is going on within this industry. You've got some people who are paying £10,000, £15,000, £20,000, to move to the UK just to find that they've got no jobs. And when this happens, they are now at risk of deportation. And it is very disheartening when you've given up everything that you had back home to move to this country to start a new life, yet you find out that there is actually nothing to get started with. So I have a free newsletter, by the way. I've dropped the link in the comment section below. You drop your name and email and you're part of the newsletter. I share info such as what I'm sharing in today's video directly to your inbox, so you're not reliant on the YouTube algorithm for such vital information that is crucial for your personal and professional development. I'm passionate about career progression as well. Free visa sponsorship opportunities to move to the UK. So you're not spending thousands of pounds, career progression opportunities in the UK. So you don't really get to this country, get stuck in the same position as 99% of people, but you're part of the top 1% that will progress, excel, thrive, and live a beautiful life in this country. I started myself as a carer in a nursing home to then progressing. I now work as an advanced nurse practitioner for the NHS, which is the most senior clinical nursing position. So like I say, I'm passionate about all this and I share information about all of that directly to your inbox. So again, you're going to find my contact details on that newsletter. Do get in contact with myself. There's my WhatsApp number as well as my email address. And then we can take things obviously from there. So what is really happening, with all of this? So like I say, the Home Office, when they do rates or immigration controls, what they've realized is that many of these private companies are not actually following the rules. For example, if you pay to get to the UK, you haven't gone through the traditional process of applying for jobs. You haven't applied, there's no application form, you don't even know what a job is about, the company doesn't even know who you are, you've not done any interview, they don't have the audit trail that is normally associated with a normal company that is functioning. And so this is not good, because when they do that update to check and they find that that information is not there, that's where they know that you're not compliant. And if you're recruiting overseas workers, there's a lot of compliance that you have to undertake and be able to show, if you are going to keep that license to recruit overseas. If that keeps happening, then the certificate of sponsorship will be delayed. And let me tell you, if you haven't subscribed to this channel, by the way, take this opportunity to hit the subscribe button so that you're the first person to be notified every single day when I drop a new video on here. So if you're currently a candidate waiting for an interview for a private company, I have people contact me say, Melvis, I had an interview with this private company. I've been waiting for them for 6 months. I haven't heard anything. Another person will say, oh, Melvis, I got told that I was successful for an interview, even though I didn't even apply for any or something, and I'm still waiting for the company now for the last 7 months. So all those sorts of things, they should be alarm bells to you saying that there is something wrong with this particular company. And so the Home Office is currently cracking down on them by doing more checks because, look, it is something that is crazy. And by the way, I do have a private career coaching program. I've dropped the link in the description box below or the about section of this channel, where I offer one-to-one tailored, personalized, and individualized guidance. And let me tell you, my program isn't the easy option, but it is the right option. It is the way to proceed to make sure that you're getting NHS jobs. As you know, NHS jobs, there are no two ways. You've got to apply, go through the process, learn what the job is about, put yourself forward. So I support with that, getting apprenticeships in the UK as well, career progression in the UK. You want those clinical, non-clinical healthcare jobs, carer jobs, nursing jobs, teaching jobs, nanny jobs, midwifery jobs. I support with all of that through the program. What should your CV look like? What about the interview process? You know, what are they looking for in the job? What is the job about? There's nothing better than getting a job, knowing that there's 100% job security. And indeed, you know exactly what you can expect when you get started with that job. So that's what the program is about. Like I say, it's only for the top 1% of us that will and are willing and ready to invest in our personal and professional development. The remaining 99% are more than welcome to watch this video, and as usual, do nothing about it and just say, Melvin, there she goes again, yapping about career progression, doing things the right way. Why in a haste, want everything rushed and right now? Look, it doesn't work, because the fastest is not always the best. Not to say that the slowest is obviously the best, but I mean, it's about doing the right thing. So again, do check that program. If you need to contact me to find out more information about it, check my details in the comment section below and get in contact with me so I can provide more information on how this program will support you personally in order to help you move to the next stage of your UK journey, be it applying for visa sponsorship jobs or indeed career progression if you're in the UK and looking for other opportunities for you to grow and for you to thrive and for you to get out of your comfort zone, really. And that's what it's about. So again, there's a massive law that the UK government has implemented, which is that any UK employer that wants to recruit overseas workers will need to be registered with the CQC. This is something that is big. This is something that is massive, because CQC registration, by the way, CQC is Care Quality Commission. If you want to know what they are, that's homework for you. Read about it. If you've got any questions, by the way, as I'm going on about all of this, leave that in the comment section below. If you're enjoying this content, hit the like button. It lets me know you enjoy content like this, and obviously I should do more. And I think you would agree with me that it's long overdue for the UK government to do more checks on these companies that are recruiting overseas workers, to make sure that not only do these workers have jobs to do in this country, because I don't know why obviously they don't check whether people have got contracts or not as per the previous rules, and that's why some people just recruit overseas workers and they have no job at all for these people, risking the families, risking the livelihood and risking deportation and being banned for 10 years from the UK. When I see families in these situations, which I come across every single day, it's very disheartening, because being in the UK in the state of fright, there's nothing worse. There is absolutely nothing worse. Because when you're in this country with your legal documents, there are lots of challenges you have to go through. Then imagine on top of that, you've got the immigration stress of not knowing whether your kids will go back to school tomorrow. You don't know whether you'll be in this country the next week. You don't know whether you're going to receive a letter from the Home Office anytime. You don't know whether you're going to get that ban. It is unfair for families to be going through this. And that's why if you're watching my videos, as difficult as it is to do the right thing, you must force yourself to do the right thing. When I say force, I mean, yes, you need to force yourself to do the right thing. Don't be tempted to go for shortcuts that seem sweet, good for now, but that later on are going to be so catastrophic for you and your family. So by implementing this rule saying that you need to be CQC registered before you can recruit overseas workers, it's absolutely amazing. Obviously, these things take time, which means if you're applying, you need to be careful, because there are never any guarantees. But what I always say is, if you haven't gone through the right process to get a job in the UK, then you don't have a job, because no employer that is legit 100% will ever recruit you without going through the right process. Why should they? If you owned a company and you were recruiting carers, would you just get anybody from the street to come and work for you? If you were looking for somebody to care for your dad, your loved one, you know what I mean, your kids, would you just pick anybody from the roadside and say, oh, come look after my dad? You would want to interview the person. You would want to speak to them. You would want to see what they look like. You would want to really make sure that they were top notch. And that's why I always say, as a candidate looking for these jobs, put yourself in the position of the recruiter. Put yourself in the position of the family of those people that you are entrusted to care for. Imagine that was your grandmom, your granddad, your auntie, your uncle, your mom, your dad, your son, or your daughter. Would you want them to be, cared for by somebody like yourself? And treating people the way you want to be treated is something that it is the most powerful thing in life and the most powerful statement when it comes to healthcare. Because as an advanced nurse practitioner myself, I am very, very on top of things when it comes to person-centered care when it comes to recruiting the best staff, when it comes to doing the right thing as a healthcare professional. And I would rather you do other jobs. That's why I share other opportunities on this channel. And I encourage those people that caring is not for them to pursue other jobs, because we don't all have to be carers. You don't need to get into healthcare if it's not for you. And those companies is really the same thing, because the consequences are very, very catastrophic, and this takes away opportunities from people that truly deserve them. So as difficult as this may be, it is something that is needed, and it's something that is welcome from the Home Office, as distressing as it may be. So again, it's going to save other people so they don't fall within the same traps and temptation. What do you think about this, by the way? If you need to contact me, like I said, check the comment section. You're going to see my contact details. Whether you're already in the UK or not, it really doesn't matter. But just do the right thing and keep reaching out for excellence. I'll see you in this video right here.